Welcome again to the Bounce Beyond Limit series. And today is day 6. So we are moving along pretty well. And I just want to welcome you to day 6 of the Bounce Beyond Limit series. Today we are going to be talking about a special topic. And this topic is geared towards how you do not need perfection to start. What you need is a strategy. I know that yesterday we talked about the Legacy Builders program, and I explained some details about how it has helped me rebuild my life. So today we are going to be crushing the myth of perfection. So many people think that they have to be perfect to earn income online. Some people think that they have to be perfect to even get consistent income. But today, if you have been waiting to have all of the answers, the perfect background, or the perfect circumstances, this session is for you. So I welcome you especially again. And so we're going to talk about, how I started with nothing but hunger. So when I started, I had no list. So I had no email lists. I didn't have an email, like a list of people I was going to send emails to. I didn't have people to pitch the opportunity to. I didn't have people that I thought would be really interested. So I did not even know how to get started. I had no audience. Like I mentioned yesterday, I started a brand new TikTok account with 0 followers last year, and I was able to grow it to over 12,000 within a few months. And this is not me, calling friends and family to join me on the TikTok. This is just about me following the blueprints that I learned from the digital program that I shared with you yesterday. So I, did not know how to post consistently. As a matter of fact, I found that was the major challenge because I kept asking myself, am I going to keep posting, or how am I going to get these people? How am I going to get my perfect customers attracted to me? How do I go about this without spending money on ads to start with? So I had zero tech experience. I had no idea what a funnel was. I didn't even have a fancy brand to promote, and I did not have the confidence to show my face online. All I had was hunger. I was hungry for success. I was desperate for a change in my financial life. And I just, all I had was a decision to try. I said to myself, why don't you just try? And I needed a strategy that was going to work. And I'm glad that I found it. I'm going to be sharing that with you today. So it is important to know, or maybe I would say interesting to know, that most 6 and 7 figure digital earners did not start perfect. They just started. They just showed up. Most successful digital, earners started while trying to figure things out. So you don't have to have all the plans perfect. You don't have to have everything laid out to be successful here. I want to tell you that they made mistakes, but what kept them afloat was consistency, right? Perfection did not bring them the success that they wanted, but what really paid them was persistence. They started by using simple tools, not fancy tools. Like, you don't even need to get yourself a special laptop or a special phone to get this done. Many began with basic tools, free resources, and zero tech skills. You'll be surprised to know that even the founder of the Legacy Builders program had zero tech skills. Just a mom, a grandma, of, I think 5 kids or so, who was hungry for success. And she decided to start impacting lives with the knowledge that she had learned. And here we are, from a few members to over 52,000 members in less than 2 years. Many people who are consistently earning in the digital industry are people who learned while earning. So you don't have to go through all the modules or think you have to have everything right before you start earning. Many people like me did not have it all together at the start, but we got better with time. And this is what I'm trying to share with you today, that you can get better with time. But the first step is taking that first step, that first leap towards success. Now, this is me. If you look at my slide, I'm just showing you how I started at the beginning. I was even going faceless, like semi-faceless in that sense. I would put text on my pictures and I would post, and I would still get my views, on TikTok. So I just knew that I wanted to get started without having to be perfect. I knew that I had reached that, turning point where I was done living from paycheck to paycheck. I was done, waking up dreading what would happen the next day, the bills that would pile up and how I'm going to get to pay all of them. I was done putting my future on hold. So I decided to choose progress over perfection. You want to know the truth? I actually showed up afraid. There were times I was scared. There were times I had my, heart pounding. There were times I posted imperfect content and I would just leave it. All I just wanted to achieve was consistency and also to build my confidence. And the truth is that I actually messed up during a few attempts, but I decided to learn. I kept learning. I kept trying to fine tune my strategy and I kept going. I just kept everything going. Another thing I did was to follow the 2 hour daily system and I trusted the process. I knew that perfection is a lie. Progress for me was a win. So even if it meant that I would put in 10 minutes a day on the business to start with, for me, that was a win because there were days I did not feel like showing up. But seeing people progress, seeing people share their testimonials, I knew that they did not have two heads. I knew that we were living in the same world and I knew that I could do what they were doing. So I decided to put aside trying to be perfect, but I decided to learn more, fine tune my skills, show up consistently, build up my confidence, and this gave me the results that I was looking for. So if somebody is telling you that you have to be perfect to earn from digital products, that person is not telling you the truth because all you need to do is to follow a proven blueprint. For me, I had to learn how to, follow the 2 hour daily strategy that was taught in the community. I trusted the process. I did not understand everything at first, but with time, it started making sense to me. Now, yesterday I shared with you the digital program that Squeeze Bounce has partnered with. So this is the brand that we promote when it comes to promoting digital programs. So this is known as the Legacy Builders Program. And this program has a unique 2 hour income strategy. That is, you only get to, spend 2 hours out of your 24 hours to promote your business, to work on your business. And that is what makes this program unique because they're not telling you that you have to spend, countless number of hours. They are saying that if you can master the right activities within 2 hours a day, you are bound to be successful. You only need 2 hours a day, not even 8 hours. Most of us go to work and we spend at least maybe 7.5, 8 hours, some people 12 hours in a day working. But you have to just carve out 2 hours in a whole day to fine tune your strategy, to put in, effort in your business. Because every action you take points back to the automated system that has been built for you. So there is no need to chase people in this opportunity because the content that you create and you will be taught how to create does the talking for you while your funnel handles the selling. And this strategy works anywhere in the world. So this is not a strategy that is geographically bound. It is a strategy that works anywhere in the world, meaning that your customers can be somewhere in the opposite part of the world for you, and you still get to see your daily pay. All you need is Wi-Fi. So if you have Wi-Fi and you have a big dream like I had, the 2 hour system can work for you while managing other priorities, including your full-time job, raising kids, doing other things, right? And you still have the comfort that you need, right? Now, let's break down the typical 2 hour workday strategy. So, what is this really about? That is, people have asked the question. So, how am I going to spend only 2 hours in the business every day and be successful? Well, the answer is that you would need to strategize and you can take a cue from what I'm going to be sharing today. So, let's break down your 2 hour workday strategy. So, let's imagine that you have, you know, um, 2 hours in a day. You do not necessarily have to spend 2 hours at a stretch. You can break it down into 30 minutes here, 20 minutes there, another 20 minutes, and another 20 minutes. So you don't necessarily have to, spend the entire 2 hours at a stretch. And I'm going to break down some of the activities that you can do, for these 2 hours. So, for example, you can start by carving out your first 30 minutes by posting content. Now, I want you to know that your content is your digital storefront. And every post you create is like opening the doors to your online business. So imagine that if you had a physical store, people would come there to see what you have to offer. So when you post content on social media, it could even be on your WhatsApp status, it could be on any of your social media handles. When you post content, you have to liken it to, giving out or showcasing your digital storefront. And this builds curiosity. It allows people to connect with you, and it also builds credibility. It is hard for people to think that somebody is credible when the person shows up once in a while. Imagine just showing up once in a month or once in 2 months, and then you think people want to take you seriously. People are not going to take you seriously when you just show up once in a while. So your content is your digital storefront. Now, when you post content, you are not selling to people. So you're not telling people, well, come and buy this, come and buy that. You are simply telling your story. And when people resonate with your story, they are likely to get attracted to you because you are able to share with them maybe a win or a lesson learned or maybe a behind the scenes moment, real stories that could draw people into what you have to offer. Because people will only buy from you when they know you, when they like you, or they trust you. They would buy from you when they can relate to the things that you are saying. And then when you are posting content consistently, it builds trust. Even if your posts don't go viral, showing up daily means that you are serious. And only serious people would attract serious buyers. Stop looking for how to make your posts, your content viral. That is not what counts here. What actually pays you the currency is your consistency. And I learned that. It was initially tough to stay consistent, but I realized that when people see that you show up consistently, they take you more seriously. And then when you are posting content, you don't need fancy tools. Like I mentioned earlier, you don't need to have some kind of fancy phone or fancy gears or whatever. You could start with your phone. Post real stories, simple posts that are simple. You don't have to break it. You don't have to say anything ambiguous. Just break it down for people to understand. Show up in your authentic self. Use your authentic voice to attract more buyers. This is actually even going to go a longer way than using, polished ads. People want to see that your real self is what is expressing to them, what they want to hear. And your content keeps working for you even when you are offline. Because each post is like a seed that keeps growing, generating sales for you while you are sleeping. And that's the reason why you may post content today and next year it still works for you such that it attracts your perfect customers and they still patronize you, right? Let's talk about another way to break down, break down your 2-hour workday. You could spend another 20 minutes copying and pasting ads to high traffic sites. So when I'm talking about high traffic sites, I'm referring to sites such as Facebook, Craigslist, even Instagram. You could post your content there because these platforms are filled with real people that are actively looking for income opportunities. I'm sure that besides just getting entertained, many of us get attracted to posts that talk about opportunities to earn income besides our regular 9 to 5. And when you are trying to post content, the great thing about the program that the Legacy Builders community offers is that they give to you proven scripts that would remove the guesswork. So if you are someone that says, well, I don't even know what to post, I don't even know where to start, well, they give you good content that you could post, viral hooks, right? Content that would actually tell your story, content that is relatable. So they would actually do the writing for you, and then you can tweak it to fit your perfect customers or your lifestyle. All you need to do is copy, paste, and post, right? And then when you are, copying and pasting ads to high traffic sites, you are using free platforms. So you're actually not paying to use Craigslist. You're not paying to use Facebook or Instagram. So just like you would go on Facebook or Instagram to post content or maybe say hello to a friend, you could use that time to post on these free platforms because this will give you global reach without spending money on ads. So you don't have to spend money on ads at the beginning at all because when you show up consistently, the algorithm would help you get the perfect customers attracted to you because you are going to be using high traffic sites to drive attention to your funnel. So at the beginning, you don't even need to pay for ads or stress yourself, and you get to drive traffic while the funnel does the selling for you. Your only job is to stay visible. So you drive traffic by being consistent, you drive traffic by posting consistently, and then your funnel, which will be created for you, will do the selling for you. You don't have to start trying to steal people's email addresses. Your funnel will do all the selling for you. Your job is to stay consistent and visible. Now, you could spend another 20 minutes to respond to comments, direct messages and emails because conversations will lead to conversions. So there are times I would post on Facebook, right? And then people may not necessarily see anything on that post, but I find people coming to my DM asking me questions about the opportunity or the offer that I'm talking about. And then I would send them my link a link to my landing page, and that's it. And then the funnel does the conversion for me. So when people send messages to your DM inquiring about your business, you need to respond to them. So you can set aside 20 minutes a day to respond to comments, direct messages, and emails. So when you respond to these comments or direct messages, it will build trust. So it would not make sense for someone to make a comment on your post and then you just leave it. You have the responsibility of responding to, whoever is asking questions. So if you set aside another 20 minutes, you might actually be cooking. You may actually be doing something in the house, maybe doing laundry. So while waiting for your laundry to be done, pick up your phone, post. Spend another 20 minutes responding to comments on your post or comments that come to your DM. Your goal is actually to guide people. You're not trying to convince them. You can ask them their questions, but like I said, direct them to your funnel, direct them to your automated system. That automated system already has a video that will do the talking and the selling for you. So the funnel will do the heavy lifting. The 20% part of the work that you need to do will be showing up, being consistent, finding a way to break down your 2-hour workday to ensure that you follow up on your business. It is just like someone who plants seeds but is not watering it. Like if you plant seeds, you definitely want to water it because you want it to germinate. That's exactly how you want to treat your business. So it's not enough for you to, partake or maybe sign up for a digital program. You want to water the seeds. You want to put in the effort so that you can get the results that you desire. Because every reply builds your brand. And when you engage with your audience, it shows that you are active. It shows that you are approachable and you are serious. And that will help you turn curious followers into loyal customers. You are looking for people who understand your language, people who also have the similar pain points like you. And you are also trying to address their pain points by showing them an opportunity that can address the pain points that they have expressed. It could be pain points such as they're looking for freedom, better quality of life, more money, like they're looking for that flexibility. They want to spend more time with their family, or they have goals to retire early. Everybody has a pain point. Everybody has something special that they are looking out for. So when you engage and you stay active, it would make you look approachable and serious. Now, another 30 minutes can be spent or can be, allocated towards personal growth and learning about the strategy. Every 6-figure earner or 7-figure earner you see out there was once a student. When you spend at least 30 minutes developing yourself daily, learning about your business, it sharpens your skills, it shortens your journey, and it sets you apart from those who just want a get-rich-quick scheme. You will have to spend time to fine-tune your skills to get better with your business. Your audience want answers. And so you want to make sure that you are well equipped to answer their questions about the business you are promoting. When you spend time on personal growth and learning the strategy to improve your business, it beats the struggle. So instead of guessing what to post, you know what to post. You get to know the do's and the don'ts of the business. When you follow the proven strategy, you actually just move from being a regular client to becoming a mentor and possibly a top performer in your business. And that is how you scale with confidence and integrity. And then when you actually spend time on personal growth, it simply means that you are trying to create momentum, because the more you learn, the bolder you get. And what actually grants you results in your business is boldness. You need the boldness, be bold. And for you to get bold, you need to do what? You need to empower yourself with knowledge. When you have knowledge and you have power, it gives you options. And then this also attracts the right results, the right clients, and it also gives you the cash flow that you desire, right? So another 20 minutes can be spent in planning for the next day's activities. So say tomorrow, I definitely know that I'm going to be speaking tomorrow on my live, but I need to have, by today, I should have my topic ready. I should know what I want to say. I should ensure that I've picked my content in advance, the theme of my content in advance. So tomorrow you can decide that, well, maybe your post would be a simple story. It could be a lesson. It could be a behind the scenes moment, or maybe a testimonial from somebody in your community. Because when you plan ahead, it helps you to stay clear and creative, right? So, and when you're also posting each day, you may just decide to pick one pain point and then address that pain point. So there are different pain points. So your pain points could be maybe burnout, addressing burnout in a working professional. Your pain point could be, tackling confusion for a newbie in digital marketing. Or the pain point could be addressing how to overcome the fear of starting. So just speak to just one problem and try to connect deeply with your audience. That would give you better conversions. In planning for the next day's activities, you may decide that you want to batch your content a day before. So you could decide to quickly take a picture here or there, create a quick graphic, maybe record a short video in advance, so that when you are showing up, you are doing that with confidence. You are not scrambling, right? You want to prepare in advance so that you can show up confident, right? And then you can set a simple call to action and goal. So tomorrow you can decide that, well, tomorrow's call to action would be maybe drop a one in the comment box, or DM me ready, or visit the website below, or something. You want to be clear about your call to actions. When you are posting, you want to give your audience an action to do at the end of your post, because you want to keep them engaged, right? So when you are planning for the following day's activities, pick your content theme in advance. Know what you want to say. Don't come unprepared, right? Because it makes you seem unserious. Focus on one pain point per post, because that would actually make your audience know that you're really speaking to, their needs, right? So now, how is this Legacy Builders program different from other Master Result Rights program? I'd mentioned this yesterday, and I think I'm going to keep saying that so that it will sink in for many people, that this program is more than just the cost. It is a complete system, because it has full-time mentorship, daily tips to success. They give you the tips that you need. They equip you with the things that you need to launch your business into profit within 7 days. The best part of it is the automation, meaning that when your funnel is ready, all you need to do is to show up, stay visible, and then when people put their name in your email, their name in your landing page, their name and email in your landing page, what happens is that the system does the selling for you. There's already a video to explain the opportunity. There's a lot of information that would explain the opportunity. And then the funnel keeps doing the selling for you. And then if somebody approaches you to say, well, I think I like this opportunity, I want to be part of this, can you tell me more? Then you can respond to them. But you are not the one going to meet a client. A client gets attracted to you because you have provided value, right? So this program teaches you how to brand yourself. It teaches you how to provide value to your perfect customers. Another reason why it is different from other Master Result Rights programs or courses is that it is structured for long-term success. So the modules, the daily check-ins, the weekly masterminds, all of this, even the 30-day, game changer program also teaches you how to grow your business to 6 and 7 figures. And that is why we have so many people in the community who are 6-figure earners, and there are people who are already getting close to their 7-figure income. Now, I like this program also because it allows you to earn 100% profits by selling the program as your own. And that is if you do not have a digital program to start with. So this is even besides you gaining the information that you need to build your community. And they teach you how to build your community in any field that you like. So if you are someone who says, well, I want to build a community for single moms, I want to build a community for ministers, I want to build a community for students, they will teach you, they will equip you with the skills that you need to build a thriving community. Not only that, they would also give you the skills that you need to attract daily paying customers. So the question is this: if you have daily bills, why can't you get daily customers? I believe that when you have daily bills and then you have daily paying customers, the equation is balanced. So where we have an unbalanced equation is when you have daily bills, but then you don't have daily income. And that's where the struggle comes, and that's where people get really frustrated. Another reason why this program is different from other Master Result Rights program is that it empowers you to create and scale your own digital product. So if you decide that, well, I want to create my digital product, I do not want to get into Master Result Rights of this community or this program, well, they're going to teach you. So it's built for entrepreneurs like you and I. right? And it goes beyond just reselling a course or reselling a program. It gives you the digital marketing foundations that you need to brand yourself in any field. Doesn't matter what you do, as long as you decide to have a business and you're looking for daily paying customers, right? Now, yesterday I talked about the 4 different income streams in the digital program that I am promoting. We talked about the Launchpad. This Launchpad program is a good start for beginners and it's only $100. And then beginners can actually learn the basics of digital income, right? They can start making simple sales online. So the good thing about it is that people purchase it for $100 and they have the ability to resell, they have the resell rights, to sell this program again and still make $100. So you're making 100%, commissions. The only other thing that you get to pay for is a $39, a one-time $39 website fee. So you are not required to have recurring payments or fees, made on a monthly basis. You're not going to have that. And then if you decide that, well, I want to dive deeper into passive income strategies, this opportunity is going to show you how to attract leads, how to use content effectively, and how to let the system run for you, or the system will do the talking for you while you're sleeping, right? And so for people who want to get the passive daily blueprint, they are able to pay a one-time $300 fee and also earn recurring $300 bills, from this program. Same thing for the digital mastery, which is $600. And this is for people that want to become serious builders, people who feel like they want to master content creation. They want to master the act of marketing and automating their business. And this level helps you to scale your business. It helps you to build your brand and position yourself as a digital authority. And then if you are like me that says, well, I want the entire icing on the cake. Besides the cake, I want the icing on the cake. Well, I went for the Legacy Builders program itself, and I paid $900 for that. And this complete blueprint comes with master resale rights, meaning that you can actually earn $900 over and over again by being visible, by being consistent. You already have an automated system that was created for you. Your role is to stay visible. Your role is to provide value to your audience. It is designed for those that want to earn 6 to 7 figures, 6 to 7 income on a yearly basis. So imagine that you are even earning $900 a day. How would $328,000, change your life? What benefits would it add to your retirement plan? Would it take you closer to retiring? Or what exactly would it do for you? So you would have to ask yourself the question, which of the income streams can I even start with? Because I have people saying, well, how do I even get started? Is this opportunity in Africa? Is it in Asia? Well, it's a global opportunity. It is not restrictive in any way, right? It's not restrictive in any way. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, I don't even know whether this is the best time to start. I don't know if this is for me. Well, I'm going to tell you why now is the best time to start imperfectly. Because I mentioned early, at the beginning of the conversation, that you do not need perfection to start. You just need strategy to get things rolling. Now, I'll talk about the digital goods market. So the digital goods market is exploding. $1.2 billion a day market as of last year. Every day you wait, others are cashing in while you are overthinking. What you get to do in this business opportunity is that you're just having a one-time, fee, and then you can build your business. So if you're someone who has been looking to start a business, you don't have money for a physical franchise, you don't have money to get yourself a physical store, you can start by having a digital storefront, right? You can start by having a digital, storefront. You can start with any of the programs, either the Launchpad, the $100 program, the $300 program, $600 or $900 program. And guess what? By 2027, this industry is projected to eat $3 billion a day. So the longer you delay, the more opportunity you leave on the table. What is actually holding you back is not perfection. You don't have to start thinking about showing up perfectly, having your hair made up or makeup on your face or wearing the best clothes. Show up just as you are. Look neat, of course, because you want to present yourself well, right? Perfection is not what is holding you back, my friend. What is actually holding you back is what? Procrastination. You can start, even if you're not organized, you feel like you're messy, start that way. But learn on the go, grow with the momentum. Because winners don't wait, they keep building. If you start now, you'll be ahead of the 95% that are still stuck in what if, is this for me, everything is a scam, right? Now, how do you get started? Yesterday, I was going to share with you how to get started. So the first thing you want to do is to go to www.dailycashflowlegacy.com, put in your email and your name, and then watch the free on-demand video that explains how this program works. Pay for the program that you feel comfortable with. You could start with the legacy builders if you're looking to earn 6 to 7 figures every year. Or, well, if you feel I want to start with something lower and upgrade later, you can do that as well. Simply put, I want to invite you to plug into a blueprint that would teach you how to master the 2-hour daily system so that you can start building your own digital income stream. So if you have questions for me, feel free to just, drop questions in the comment box. Feel free to reach us at Squeeze Bounce as well, and wherever this is streaming from, and then we'll be happy to answer your question. Great to have everybody on the call again today. Looking forward to another great time tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be day 7 of the Bounce Beyond Limits series. You don't want to miss it. So I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.